Hello, welcome back to CinemaBurger, where I bring you movie reviews from a different perspective. As you can see by my shirt, we continue the 13 Nights of Halloween as we continue with Halloween Kills. This is the sequel to the 2018 Halloween, which was a direct sequel to the original from 1978. So technically, there are about 4 different continuities in the Halloween franchise. There's this current franchise or timeline includes the original Halloween movie, the 2018, which takes place 40 years later, and now Halloween Kills, which continues directly where Halloween 2018 picks up. If you remember from the last one, Laurie and her family supposedly trapped Michael Myers in her house and set it on fire, but of course he survived, and he still is going on a killing spree. So, interesting enough, I actually got to see a screening of this movie about 2 years ago because they do free screenings or previews of movies every so often. And I saw it a year before when it was supposed to come out in October of 2020, but then, of course, COVID pushed back the movie. Now, from what I remember, the movie was exactly like I remember it, because I saw it again in theaters now. So this one involves characters from the original movie who are now grown up, including like Tommy Doyle, who was more fleshed out by Paul Rudd in the Halloween sequels from the original series. They have other next door neighbors and people that were killed by Michael Myers in the first one grown up, but they're brought in just to be killed basically. And this one kind of has like a mob mentality where they want to go after Michael and stop him, and it involves like a cop who could have shot Michael Myers in the original movie but was afraid. But the problem is with this movie, by the end of the movie, all the characters, and developmentally wise, they're all in the same position they were at the end of the 2018 Halloween. Like, nothing really new has been done or added except a body count. They try to like sympathize Michael Myers a bit, like he was a 6 years old and he's still that way mentally. And also people talking about like he's like so old, how is he this strong? Well, in this one they confirm that when he was 6, it was 1963 where he killed some people, and then the original Halloween takes place in 1978, so that's 15 years later, so he would be 21. And Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills take place 40 years later, so Michael Myers would be 61. So I guess Michael Myers was working out for 40 years in this mental institution, because you can still be pretty strong and fit at 61. In this series, he's not like invincible, like anytime, like he really doesn't get shot as much. He'll get stabbed once or twice, but if it's not in vital organs, your brain cannot like accept pain, or like, because the pain receptors are all like mental and neurological. So if that doesn't work, maybe you don't feel the pain, so you can just keep going. But anytime someone tries to shoot Michael Myers, he'll disarm them. Like, yeah, he did get shot at the end of this movie when like the town, they gang up to attack him. After a while, he like disarms one person, then everyone starts attacking him one by one. He starts like killing them all off. Now, also, Laurie Strode doesn't really do much in this movie. She's in like the hospital half the time. It's more about these other townspeople that, in this franchise, we've only really met in one other movie in this continuity. So, like, why do we care about all these new characters? But the problem is, like, this movie felt like filler, to be honest. Because, yeah, like, all the characters, there's no real development, really. Like, in a way, they're a little bit... They talk about how, like, the fear of Michael Myers has made this town paranoid, so, like, mob mentality starts to happen, which is an interesting plot point, but it's really just, like, it doesn't do that much. And, it's like, where do you go from here? Like, because there's supposed to be one more movie in the series, Halloween Ends, we'll see if that still gets made. But overall, they should have left it at with Halloween 2018 because that movie is like, all right, it's 40 years later. Laurie Strode is paranoid because of the incident. She's like a survivalist now. Like, it should have ended with her setting Michael Myers on fire. Like, but yeah, Halloween Kills didn't really do it for me. Like, it's not the worst sequel ever, but it's starting to feel that way in terms of, oh, this is where the bad sequels start in this series. Because every horror movie, when they make too many sequels, they just get like ridiculous, and then more and more so. But I don't know. It's in theaters now and streaming on Peacock. I just rent it. I wouldn't go see it in theaters, I guess. But yeah, it was a little disappointing. I'd give it a just 2 out of 5 burgers because the kills are cool and they do a little bit of interesting stuff with like mob mentality and paranoia. Oh, and also they have a flashback to where they show the original Dr. Loomis, who was originally played by Donald Pleasance. He, of course, passed away in 1998. So instead of using digital effects, they just use prosthetics on a person instead of using digital de-aging or something weird. And they should do more of that. Alright, I'm Scott Berger, and I'll see you next time.